Hi guys. This is yet another really different kind of video than what I would normally post. And who knows if I'll actually post it. I just needed to come on here and say a few things. There's some drama going on in a couple of the pagan groups I'm in on Facebook, specifically to the state I live in. I live in South Carolina. It has nothing to do with me, but it has sparked this like challenge with a set of Christian members of a different county. I'm not involved in any way, but I see like this horrible little setup happening, and I'm feeling some kind of way about it. And I just want to take some time to clarify some things for people who may not know. If you are new to A, my channel, B, witchcraft, paganism, Wiccanism, I'm not sure that's how you say that. Anyway, I'm just going to clear up some things. But here's some stuff that you need to know first. A, I am not a expert in these topics. I've been a practicing witch for about 8 years. And I'll explain what that means. So it's not a new thing for me, but I still feel like, especially most of us who walk this path, feel like you're never stop learning. It's much like any other theological thing. You are constantly learning new things. You're constantly reading books. If you want to grow in it, you are constantly seeking information. So, I am not an expert in other religions. I am not a theologist. I am no kind of expert. Everything I state is purely my own opinion, or from the facts that I know within the basis of the community. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to jump right in. There is a difference between witchcraft, paganism, and being Wiccan. We're going to just start with the word witchcraft. Now, from the 80s onward, witchcraft became synonymous with Satanism, or it's just become we all worship the devil. We do not. Some witches may worship the devil. Most witches don't believe in the devil. We don't believe he exists, or not in the way Christianity makes the devil. It's like a good versus evil constant battle thing. Most witches don't prescribe to that. So, witchcraft itself does not have to fit into any specific religion. You can be a Christian witch. You can be a pagan witch. You can be a Wiccan witch. You can be a atheist witch. You can be a Hindu witch. Whatever religion you are, you can be that and a witch. You do not have to have any religion to be a witch. Now, witchcraft, in a general sense, this is a general sense, is the manipulation of energy and the etheric bodies and the etheric plane to achieve a goal. Most witches use that power to just bring about positivity in their own days. We're not out here casting hexes on anybody that don't deserve it. We're not out here putting spells on you and sending you to the devil. That's not what we do. That's not something that we care about. Most witches literally want to just have a decent life. We're doing our own thing. That's not to say that there aren't witches who practice hexes or curses or any of that. People do. It's just not something we're gonna just do for no reason. It's the same as if you wish bad karma on somebody, or somebody cuts you off in traffic and you're like, God, I hope you get a flat tire later. those negative thoughts are the same kind of things that a hex or a curse is. It's not gonna, I don't want to say it's not going to affect the person if there's not a reason for it, but a witch isn't going to cast a negative spell without a reason. Now, separate from that, paganism is simply the belief in gods other than the Christian ones. Usually a pantheon. You have Norse pagans. You have Greek pagans. You have, think of any mythological pantheon that you can think of. There's pagans of that religion. Some pagans pick and choose from pantheons to work within. Some witches and pagans work with an aspect of God. We believe there is a God, and then there are aspects of God, a feminine and male aspect, and then those aspects can then take the aspect or archetype of the gods and goddesses that you will know of, like Zeus, Thor, Odin, I'm trying to think of a goddess, Basset, Hecate. There's so many. It's almost impossible to list them all. But there are so many different places in paganism where you can find a deity or deities. Wiccan-based religion is a religion that was founded, I'm going to forget the exact date, but it's like recent history. It's not like centuries old. They took stuff from centuries old things and they mashed it all together and they created Wicca. I can speak. Like I said, I didn't look any of this up. I should have had like a list out to the side of exactly my points. But the points are not the like exact facts of dates and when things were created. It's more about that there's so much misinformation out there about what witchcraft is and what being a Wiccan is and what being a pagan is. It brings up this terror in the public mind of like some devil worshipping, black cloaked, dagger clad human being. And while we may wear black, but we wear black to repel negativity, and we may dance under the moon, but it's purely for the celebration of that natural cycle. Witches and pagans and Wiccans all celebrate. That is the one thing they do have in common, is they all celebrate an element of nature. We are here to turn the wheel. Well, that's very Wiccan, but most pagan religions have a duty to the land. We're here to take care of the land spirits. We're here to celebrate the changing of the seasons, the cycles of the moon. We're here to just respect that. Our religions are based in nature. We're not out here, and I just have to say most of us. There are some people who revel in the imagery of the devil, but not necessarily in the Christian devil. We could spend a whole nother video talking about the difference between like the horn god, the green man, the trickster, and the devil. Like, they're all related, but they're not the same. The concept of the devil is very much newer than all of those other things. Christians, I implore you to remember that your religion is not the only religion in the world. And it is younger than most of the established pagan religions. there is still animosity between the two. And I am hoping that this video will help abolish some of those fears. Because there are spiritual Christians out there who seek to be in the spaces where pagan spiritualists and Wiccan spiritualists are, and I want them to feel welcome. I want them to feel like that's fine. Like we are welcoming to you. We don't care who you worship. We care that you care about the world. So I am simply just trying to provide information. If you have further questions, please put them in the comments. There are 100 million videos out there that can explain this better than I can, but the fear mongering in South Carolina right now is sickening, and it hurts my heart because all I want is to live peacefully. All I want is to be able to raise my kids peacefully. All I want is for us as in pagans, Wiccans, witches, to feel safe hosting events for us and not feel like there's a literal witch hunt gonna happen. We're not evil. We're your neighbors. We are your family members. We are mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, nieces, aunts, and nephews. We are the people who you interact with every day. And you won't know it. Because unless we're really very close to you, we won't tell you. Because we don't feel safe. And that's really sad. In 2025 America, where we're supposed to be safe, religious freedom. I saw today someone who had commented on things on Facebook who was horrifically disgusting. It's a man, and I'm not getting into politics over any of this, so I'm just going to leave politics out of it. Because that's not my intent. My intent is to provide information. But he said some horrible things. And then on his Facebook profile, he was quoting Thomas Paine, who was for equal rights. The hypocrisy in some of these places is ridiculous. And it makes me sad and it makes me hurt. And I just want to try to provide a safe space for people to have a conversation without the hatred and uncalled for disgusting comments that I have seen. Very, very unlikely will this video reach anybody who is actually involved in this issue that's happening in Pickens, South Carolina. But I have seen and heard some disgusting things, and I'm very sad about it. And I just wanted to put it out there that we're not evil. We're not looking to push our religion onto you. We're not trying to convert you. We are not trying to make you unwelcome in spaces. That's not what any of us are trying to do. We want respect, and we want to be able to observe our own rights, just like you do. And we just want to live our lives and be safe about it. There's nothing evil in what I do in my practice. Not a single thing. I could take you through a tour of my practice. It starts every day with a cup of tea, and I stir clockwise in my tea something happy, a happy thought. and I drink my tea and try to envelop that in my life. I'll light candles when I do artwork. I say a little prayer to the universe about whatever it is that I'm trying to do. I might make a nice bath with some herbs to cleanse negativity off of me, because I fight a lot of mental health issues. So, you know, a good cleansing bath is something I enjoy. Epsom salts, great for muscle aches, but also Dr. Teal's now has like a whole bunch of ones with like herbs in it. You just dump it in there. It makes amazing ritual bath. Light some candles. It's amazing. Let's see. What else do I do? Recently, my little tiny coven of 2 people, we did on Valentine's Day week, we did self-love jar spell. We put some rocks and some herbs and some oils in a jar, screwed the lid on it, lit a candle on top of it, and focused our energy on being nicer to ourselves. So that's clearly very evil and awful, right? Like, that's really gonna fuck up the world. No, that's basically my practice. Those are the types of things I do. I'm not one to cast hexes or curses on people unless that is a last-ditch effort. That is the most I'm gonna do is write your name and like what I know about you on a piece of paper, put it in a container with water, and put you in the freezer, because that's gonna freeze you out of my life and I won't have to listen to you anymore. It's not evil, guys. It's not gonna kill you. You're not going to suddenly end up frozen somewhere. It's just gonna freeze your energy out of my life. It's a way to tell the universe, God, if you will, because I believe in God. It's just not the Christian God. It may even be the Christian God, but it is not the Christian God that Christians proclaim to worship. Because I feel like sometimes Christians don't read their own Bible. But that's, again, I don't want to get too far into other religions. But whatever creator you believe in, what we do is appeal to our higher power, just like you would in prayer. We just do it with fancy things. A spell is a prayer. We just add herbs that have certain correspondences, crystals that have the same correspondences. It's all about frequency. It's more about science than it is about evil. Because there is a science behind witchcraft. It all has to do with vibration and energy. And I can do another video on that. I'm not real versed in all of that. But I could break it down. I could get some notes together and do a video on that if you're interested in learning. There's also a million other how-to witchcraft videos out there. Not all of them are correct, but a good majority of people at least know something about what they're talking about. It's energy and vibration and sound and the sound waves and vibration. And then each of these things, the herb, the crystal, the oil, they may have a correspondence to the work that we're doing. So we're just putting it all together so that the Creator God can see what we're asking for in a more clear picture. Oh, I see that you're using these things. You're burning this offering. You're giving me tribute. Okay, I see this. I see what you're asking for. All right, okay, noted. And then we still have to do our work on the physical plane. Just like with prayer, you can't just pray that everything's going to be okay and not do anything about it. You have to put the work in. But the prayer or the spell is just opening the door for you. It's putting the where you want to go in the energy of the universe. Those things are not evil. And that's all I have to say about that. Again, if you have any other further questions, please put them in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. I will not be responding to ugly comments. You will get blocked and banned. If there is anyone who is curious, maybe you have a kid who's interested in this stuff and you're scared, let me know. I will talk to you. Maybe you have a friend or a sister or a brother or somebody who's into it and you're scared. I can answer questions. I promise you 99.999% of us are not devil worshiping crazies. We literally just want to live our lives and have peaceful gatherings and sing songs and watch fire. You'll find most of us aren't that different than you because we are you. We just pray to a different God or pray to multiple gods. Or we may not pray to any gods. We may pray to our ancestors, spirits who came before us. There's a whole bunch of us that literally just ask our ancestors to help guide us. There's nothing evil about that. Our ancestors did the work, laid the groundwork before us. And many of us believe that some of our ancestors truly want to help. So, there's going to be probably a lot of ums in this video. Like always, I don't edit. So this is literally just me in my car talking while I'm waiting for my kid in the school line. Again, please leave comments if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Do not be ugly. Do not be ugly in my comments. I don't want to have to deal with that. I do not have the energy to deal with that. And I do not accept your negativity in my life. So be blessed. And may whatever God you worship bless you. And may you have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your, we're coming up on a weekend. So have a great weekend.